Hello everyone, Amod here from the Target Common YouTube channel, and in this video tutorial we are going to learn about the hierarchy of browser driver classes. So what do we understand by the term hierarchy in programming language? In most of the programming languages we have a concept of inheritance in which a type inherits the properties and behavior of another type. For example, if we have a class A and there we have some methods defined, and in another class B you want the same method. So instead of creating the duplicate method in class B, we can extend class A into class B. This is called inheritance. And if you want to add new features to class B, you can easily add it. I'm not covering in Java, a class cannot inherit multiple classes, but they can do in multi-levels. Like class A extends class B and class B extends class C. So this is called multi-level inheritance. But class A cannot extend two classes at once. Let me cover the basics of interface also. So an interface in Java is a type, and instead of going to the definition of interface, I want to give you a real-time example. When we think of a car, then a picture comes into our mind. Like a car should have four wheels, a body, fuel tanks, brakes, accelerator, and a car should be able to move. It should be able to apply brakes. So whatever points we are talking now, those are must to have properties and behaviors of a car. Now think about manufacturers of cars like Audi, BMW, Honda, etc. So all these companies can build a car by following the basic properties and behavior of a car, whatever we just discussed. So we can say that those properties and behaviors are a contract, and any manufacturing company need to follow that contract. Same thing we have in programming language also. So in Java, interface is a type where we just declare the method. We don't give any implementation of it because I don't know how this will work. It is responsibility of other class who implements that method. We know that to launch a browser, we need to create an object of that specific browser driver class. Like if you want to launch Chrome, I need to create an object of ChromeDriver class. Similarly, for Firefox, I need to use FirefoxDriver. I'm going to explore more about this ChromeDriver class. Press Ctrl and mouse over on ChromeDriver. If you click on this, you will be navigated to ChromeDriver.class, which is the compiled version of ChromeDriver.java file. And from where it is coming in IntelliJ, we have a finder option. Click on this finder. This Chrome driver is present in Selenium-Chrome-driver library. So when we add this dependency, so Selenium-Java has so many dependent dependency also, which is automatically downloaded and added to the class path. That's why you can see here we have so many libraries here like Selenium Chrome driver, Chromium, DevTools, then IE, Firefox, etc. We don't need to add them explicitly, but it is coming automatically with the Selenium-Java library. Now let's go back to ChromeDriver.class. You can see this Chrome driver is extending another class Chromium driver. This is inheritance. So whatever methods we have in Chromium driver, those are coming directly to Chrome driver, except the private ones. In this Chrome driver, we have some constructors and we have some private methods also, which are related to Chrome browser specifically. You might be thinking, we directly started from Chrome driver class. It might be possible there might be some class which is extending Chrome driver class. Yeah, that is possible. Let's see. For that, I'm going to visit official Java API doc of Selenium. And on this web page, we can see so many packages. And we already know that this Chrome driver class is present in this package. So this package we have here. Let's click on this. And here we have class Chrome driver. Let's click on it. And here also you can find public class Chrome driver extends Chromium driver. Let me click on this Chromium driver, and if you come to this tab, here you can see one more section called direct known subclasses. Means Chrome driver and EdgeDriver classes are extending this Chromium driver, but this section is this driver page. That means we don't have any official class which is extending Chrome driver class. But if you want to extend and add some another methods, or you want to override some methods, obviously you can extend and do it. Now let's go up again. Let's control click driver, and we are coming to Chromium driver.class, which is again compiled version of Chromium driver.java file, and it is present in some different package Chromium. And this class is extending another class called remote WebDriver, and it is implementing multiple interfaces like HS authentication, HSBD, HS casting, and so on. So one class can extend another class and implement multiple interfaces at once. So all the methods of these interfaces, Chromium driver needs to provide the implementation. I'm going to remote WebDriver this time. And here, this remote WebDriver is implementing multiple interfaces. And you can see we have WebDriver, and then we have JavaScript executor, and we have so many. So you might be thinking why we have so many interfaces. So generally what happens when you are defining a contract, so you try to group them so that you can easily find the related methods. For example, this WebDriver interface is related to browser's actions like get, click, find element, etc. Similarly, if you want to run some JavaScript commands in your script, then those methods should be coming from JavaScript executor. Or if you want to capture screenshots, then those methods will be declared in take screenshot interface. So all the interfaces has special meanings. For this video, we are more focused on this WebDriver interface. Let me click on this WebDriver interface, and here you can find this get method, get current URL, and all these methods are familiar to you. And the actual implementation of these methods are in remote WebDriver class. And then this WebDriver interface is extending another interface. So one interface can extend another interface. So if you click on this search context, here we don't see any further hierarchy. And in this search context, we have two methods, find element and find element. So we have the hierarchy ready now. So in the search context, we already have these two methods. Then why WebDriver has these duplicate methods here? It is possible to override the inherited method. So here whatever you see, this is actually overriding the methods coming from search context. If you see this search context interface, this find elements and find element method has 5 implementations. If you do click on it, you can see it has been implemented in remote WebDriver, remote web element, shadow root, WebDriver, and web element. Let me click on shadow root class. In this class, this is directly implementing search context. This class shadow root is not connected to the hierarchy whatever we just saw. So it is independently implementing search context. This find element and find elements method we see here. If you see WebDriver, these two methods have only one implementation, which is in remote WebDriver class. These two methods might be used in some different implementations also. That's why these two methods are separated in some different interface, which is called search context. So basically, remote WebDriver is the fully implemented class of WebDriver interface. Fully implemented class means it is providing the implementation of all the methods of WebDriver interface. Whatever hierarchy we just seen, those were related to ChromeDriver class, are the same thing followed for other browser driver classes. So let's do control click on this Firefox driver class, and here you can see Firefox driver is extending remote WebDriver. In case of Chrome driver, it was extending Chromium driver, and then Chromium driver was extending remote WebDriver. And after this, you will have the same flow. You might be thinking why we have extra layer in Chrome driver, but before I explain you that concept, I want to show you the hierarchy of EdgeDriver. Let's control click on this EdgeDriver class, and here you see this EdgeDriver is also extending Chromium driver. This is the same Chromium driver which is extended in Chrome driver class also. And the reason behind this is that Microsoft Edge and Google Chrome are built on the Chromium open source project. So what is Chromium open source project? So this is a base project that provides the core functionality for web browser. So the base of both the projects are same. That's why in Selenium we have dedicated class Chromium driver, which is extended by both Chromium driver and EdgeDriver. So all the common concepts of Chromium driver will come here, and these features will be extended to Chrome and Edge. So hierarchy is very simple. Let's understand this in a flow diagram. So on the top, we have search context, which is an interface. And we have only two methods declared there, find element and find elements. And we have WebDriver interface, which is extending search context. And in the WebDriver, we have so many browser related methods like get current URL, etc. And it is also overriding the methods from search context. Below WebDriver interface, we have first class called remote WebDriver, which is implementing WebDriver interface and other interfaces also like JavaScript executor, text screenshot, etc. And this remote WebDriver class provides the implementation of all the abstract methods coming from all these interfaces. Firefox driver, IE driver, and Safari driver. These three classes will directly extend remote WebDriver, but Chromium driver and EdgeDriver classes will extend Chromium driver, which is extending remote WebDriver. So this is the overall flow. You might be thinking why we need to understand this hierarchy, which I will cover in the next video. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.